Well, this is a nice treat. Usually I get a chance to sit down with Rick Pitino right now, but instead I get a chance to sit down with a young man who Rick first identified, you got to come with me to St. John's. Daniss Jenkins, welcome to the show. Congrats. Recently named second team All-Big East. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, I thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because this is the 10th episode here, and Rick has expanded on everything with the team, and you're the perfect person, as I said, as I introduced you, to really talk about so many different things. So let's start the beginning of the season, when guys are feeling each other out, don't really know each other yet, to where you are now, the growth and what you've seen as a leader.
Yeah, I know in the beginning, it was really tough for me coming in because I couldn't practice in the beginning. So I used to watch it, and I talked to the assistants, and I used to talk to the players when I used to go in the locker room, and I used to just tell them, like, I could see we was missing things and we weren't really playing together because they didn't have a point guard yet.
Yep.
And Sim was just a freshman, so it was just he just learning things, feeling things out. But as a team, this is a team full of new guys, so nobody knew where each other liked the ball or what's their spots or how they play. So that was the biggest challenge for this whole season. And coming from there, then when I came along, it got a little easier, but it was still tough and challenging. Like, I wasn't playing well in the beginning. I was turning the ball over a lot. I wasn't, it was just trying to feel things out. I never got discouraged or anything like that, and my teammates never wavered on me or anything like that. But just to see us playing together and that game against Creighton with the assist number and the turnover number, it was just a testament to staying true to the process the whole year of trying to work together to become one fist. And I just think we did a pretty good job of that with a little amount of time, and we still ended up with a successful season, I would say.
Well, let's face it, your job was the toughest because you had to worry about producing as a player, but also gelling everybody. Is that maybe what impacted the start of the season for you personally?
Yes, most definitely. Because it's like in the beginning, they know they're not a point guard, so it's not their job to get everybody involved. Everybody was just trying to just score and trying to impact the game. And for me, I knew that, so it was kind of like, all right, do I be aggressive and try to go score too, or do I try to stay back and try to make the right play? So I used to pass up shots and try to get other people going before I was aggressive. But in order to be a great passer, you have to be aggressive. And so once I did that, it kind of started opening up for the whole team.
I always thought it would probably be a little harder offensively because each offensive system is different, while defense is generally the same at each level. Why is it harder on defense?
Because the way Coach P plays defense, you always playing for a steal. We're always looking for a steal, and you have to be fast, and you have to not get tired. You have to be in great shape because we press the whole game. No matter what players he recruit, you're going to play that way if you play for him. So it's kind of like you have to know that, and most people in college, they don't play that way. In AAU and growing up, literally, like, you play that way. You press the whole game, and you play for steals, and you try to speed the team up. When you get to college, people think, we can't play that way because most people not in great shape. They can't move as fast. So Coach P took he took a different mindset on defense. He's always playing for a steal. He's trying to speed you up, and he wants the game to be up and down like this. And so I just think why it's so tough is because you have to do all those little things, and it really starts with being in great shape. So I think that's why it's tough.
Soriano, you're always in his ear. Come on, Big Fel, let's go. Whether it's getting in shape or maintaining confidence when things go off. Where is he right now? Because he was great early, then he took a little dip, now a little rise, still not to where he was at the beginning. Where is he right now as a player, do you think?
I think he's like motivated right now because he know who he was in the beginning of the season, and then he kind of wavered a little bit, and then he started playing better, then he kind of dropped off again, and then he didn't start one game. So it's just kind of like I just think he's motivated. Like he's ready to just show that he is that player that we thought he was, that he showed who he was in the beginning.
Last year, he was great.
Exactly.
Wow.
And so I just think as a player, like when you have a season like that, it's nothing like getting another chance to do it postseason.
Yeah.
So I think he's ready to prove who he is.
He's locked in now.
Yeah.
Jordan Dingle, I think it took him a while to get familiar as well, and I know Coach has always told me don't count your misses, so I know he tells you guys that. Did you get a sense early on that Jordan was trying to fit in, maybe at the expense of being a bucket guy, which is what he came here to do?
Yeah, I think because in the beginning, Coach was telling him, like, kind of pass the ball more and things like that.
Why, was he chucking in practice? He was a gunner?
He get him up, but that's what he do, and that's what we need, because the coach is like, I'm gonna get, like he said, he's telling Jordan, DJ is gonna get you the shots. You just gotta move and keep moving, moving to an open space, and shoot it. So throughout the season, that kind of changed to like make the play if it's there, Jordan, but you know what you do, you score, and we need you to shoot. And he wasn't getting enough shots. Like it wasn't that he was missing or things like that. And then it's kind of frustrating because you are missing with the little shots that you're getting. Yeah. So coach is just telling him keep moving and keep shooting. Like don't worry about when you miss, but you need more shots. Like it's not that you taking bash, you just not getting enough shots.
But it seems like I hear you, and it seems like the last month or so he's doing a much better job coming off screens. That's one thing you focus with him, right?
Yes. Me and his relationship grew throughout the year. I think that was the biggest thing for me and him, because obviously we're the one and the two. So it's just about gelling together and just knowing each other on the court, knowing like if I drive here, all right, he know he can get that shot if he moved to that little spot. So it's just little things like that that'll help him get more shots and free him up, because he's a great scorer and we need him to shoot more.
No doubt. Everybody on the team, around the program, lauds you for your team-oriented approach. So I know you have some kind things I would imagine to say about Sim Wilter. What's he going to be like? He's still a young buck now.
Sim is going to be special. He's really going to be special. There's no limit to him. There's no ceiling for him, because everything he does is natural. Like it's like he just flows. Like the Creighton game he came out, he was just flowing.
Yep.
Like it was just everything is easy to him. Like the way he moves, he's athletic, he's fast, he's long. He can shoot, he can defend.
I think he sees the court pretty well too.
Exactly. Nice. He has great vision. So it's just a matter of how fast can he mature, like you said, and get comfortable with the speed. Because I just think sometimes that's the only thing. That's my only thing to him sometimes when he go in. I'm like, Sim, just play. Don't think about making the right play. Don't think about if you mess up, just play. Like, because when you think too much, that's when you're going to mess up anyways.
But think about how hard that's going to be. You're a senior, you've been around, you've seen it all. Iona, NCAA tournament, you know Rick. I mean, he's a freshman, he's from here. It's easy to say that when you've been through the wars, but when you're a freshman, it's hard to have that mentality, right?
Exactly. No, it's really, really hard. And like I said, the best thing I could have done when I was that age, when I was Sim, was listen to the older guys on my team and just try to really focus on what they were telling me and the little things, because it'll take you a long way. And that confidence, it helps you, because you know your teammates got your back.
Okay, so I've watched you play for years. I'm a Marist guy. I went to Marist, okay, so I saw you beat us in the MAC championship a year ago. And, I knew you were a good player. Quite frankly, I didn't know you were this good, to the point where I think you're an NBA player. I think it's going to have to be the right situation, but the mid-range game, your length, your explosion, you got to feel the NBA's in the future at this point, right?
Yes, most definitely. Everything you just said is what I know about myself, and that's exactly how I feel. So I appreciate you for that. Yeah. But I always just tell myself that, I don't worry about it. I don't dwell on it too much, because I know, like, if I get a chance in the right situation, I know they'll see all those qualities in me.
Did you think that when you were younger, or was that a newer mentality last year?
For me, like I said, I kind of get emotional when I think about it, because it was like how far I've come in my journey. I would never thought I would be at Madison Square Garden doing the things that I'm doing. So it's just all a blessing to me, and it's just crazy to see how much when you work hard, work after the things, and try to keep getting better, what it can really do for you. Because in high school and growing up in Dallas, nobody thought I was gonna go Division I.
You played football too, I read. Right?
I did growing up. But they didn't. I wasn't highly recruited. Nobody thought I would, really go this far. So for me, it's just a blessing, and it's just very. I'm just excited to see where I'm at today.
I appreciate your humility, and you said, in your words, when you're doing what you're doing at the guard, I'm going to say you're doing work at the guard is what you're doing. I mean, I've seen you put on a show, man. Honestly, your mid-range jump shot, was that always your best weapon? Because it's money.
No. I always, because you see, I'm thin. I'm strong, but I'm thin. Yep. So I'm like, that's my layup. I can't keep going in there with those towers and try to. I can't play that way. That's not my game. So I'm like, all right, I got to figure out how to get me a better shot close to the goal. So I just started working on the mid-range, and I just elevated over everybody. And it's like I'm shooting a big old layup, or like I'm dunking it, so that's just my layup. That's how I look at it.
Well, listen, man, I've been doing this for a while. I've done this show for, geez, I'm getting old at this point, like 20 years, and all the coaches, and not many players can have the impact in 1 year that you've had here at St. John's. So massive respect to you. Your family's got to be incredibly proud. And I know that Rick looked at you, and he said all summer, he's like, if we don't have Daniss, we can't get this thing going. So you're here, and you got it going. Great season, my friend. Really, really good to see you.
I really, really appreciate you. I'm truly honored to be on the show, but I really appreciate you and respect you very much.
Finish strong.
All right,
You
thank you.
deserve it. There he is, Daniss Jenkins. We'll get a quick timeout. The Red Storm Report rolls on next.